Assalamu alaikum. Dear students, how are you? Hope all of you are fine. Please read attentively so that you can cope with the future very easily. And keep praying always. Never miss your prayer. Please stay safe so that we can again meet. Today I am here to discuss with you about changing sentence, that is changing degree, and there's some part of positive to superlative. In my last video class I have discussed positive to comparative. Now I am going to take class on this topic, positive to superlative. Okay, now let's start our class. I am starting my class by rewinding the last class. I am writing an example. No other city in Bangladesh is as big as Dhaka. No other city in Bangladesh is as big as Dhaka. It is an example of positive degree sentence. This sentence is in positive degree. In my last video class I have discussed how to change it into comparative. Now I am doing this again. I have to take the last subject. Her last subject is Dhaka. This is the first step. Then I have to use verb according to the subject. Here Dhaka is, as it is present tense, I have used is. Dhaka is. Then if I want to change it into comparative, then what should I have to do? I have to use the comparative form of this adjective. This is big, as it is one syllable, then I have to use bigger. Dhaka is bigger. Dhaka is bigger. As there is no other, what should I have to use? I have to use than any other. Dhaka is bigger than any other, and the remaining part, city in Bangladesh. Dhaka is bigger than any other city in Bangladesh. I have changed it into comparative. Today I am going to change this sentence into superlative. Okay, now follow it. I am going to change this into superlative. Okay, to start this sentence I have to take the last subject Dhaka, then verb. Then what should I do? As there is no other, so I have to take the plus superlative form of the adjective to make it superlative. The plus superlative form of the adjective. Here the adjective is bigger, big, so I have to take its superlative form. Dhaka is the biggest. Dhaka is the biggest. So I have used the plus superlative form of the adjective to make the sentence of no other. Dhaka is the biggest, then the remaining part, city in Bangladesh. Dhaka is the biggest city in Bangladesh. I hope you have realized this also. Now I am going to discuss another example. no other dramatist is as great as Shakespeare. Do you know who is Shakespeare? Shakespeare is a very famous English writer, poet. He has contributed to all the branches of the literature. No other dramatist is as great as Shakespeare. Here, what should I do to make it superlative? I have to take first Shakespeare, as it is the last subject. Shakespeare, then verb Shakespeare is. As there is no other, then what should I have to take? I have to take the plus superlative form of the adjective. Shakespeare is the. There is great. What is the superlative form of great? Greatest. Shakespeare is the greatest, and then I have to use the remaining part. Here is dramatist. Okay, if I want to explain it one step by step, then what should I have to do? I have to take the last subject in the front of the sentence of superlative degree there. Then I have to use the verb. After that, I have to use the superlative form of the adjective with the, if there is no other. So in positive sentence, if there is no other, in positive we have to use superlative form. The plus superlative form in superlative degree sentence. The plus superlative form. There is the example of no other. Now try another example, and this kind of positive degree sentence starts with very few. Here first I have discussed no other. Now I am trying to discuss the rules of very few. Very few animals are as ferocious as lion. Very few animals are as ferocious as lion. I am going to change it into superlative. There is very few. Okay, there is not no other. There is very few. So what should I do to change this type of sentence? If there is very few in positive sentence, then we have to use one of the plus superlative form of the adjective. Then we can make it the example of superlative sentence. Okay, what should I do? Very few will turn into one of the plus superlative form of the adjective. Now, very few animals are as ferocious as lion. Here, the subject is lion, so I have to take it in front of the sentence. Lion. Here is R, and R is in plural form. Why? Animals, this is a plural subject, so we have to use R there. But as lion is singular, then we have to use is. We can't use R. Why we can't use R? Because this is in singular form. You have to be very careful about this. So lion is, what should I have to do instead of very few? One of the plus superlative form of the adjective. Ferocious. What is the superlative form of ferocious? Most ferocious. Lion is one of the most ferocious, and the remaining part animals. Lion is one of the most ferocious animals. What I have done, first step is I have taken the last subject. Second step, I have used verb according to the subject. Then I have taken one of the instead of very few, and I have used superlative form of the adjective. Then I have used the remaining part of the sentence. I hope you have realized this sentence. Today I am going to discuss with you another example about this type of problem. Very few students are as wise as Tariq. Very few students are as wise as Tariq. If I want to change this sentence, then what should I have to do? I have to take Tariq in front of me. Okay. Tariq is one of the wisest. Tariq is one of the wisest students. Tariq is one of the wisest students. This is the example of superlative form. This type of sentence, if there is some more words, very few students in the class are as wise as Tariq. Very few students in the class are as wise as Tariq. Then what should I have to do? I have to take Tariq. Then I have to use verb is. Tariq is. I have to use one of the. Why we will use one of the? Because there is very few in the sentence of positive degree. Tariq is one of the wisest students in the class. Tariq is one of the wisest students in the class. So you have to practice more and more After that you can gain perfection on that kind of sentence or that kind of problem. Today I am going to end this class with this sentence. Hope we will meet in another class soon. Till then, stay safe and pray to Almighty Allah for our safety. So it's time to say goodbye to you. Thank you very much. Please watch our videos regularly so that you can cover your lackings. Till then, Allah Hafiz.